Hey there. So yesterday we spoke of why objectivism is called so and the root of the word and the difference between object and subject. Now I would like to comment on what people think being objective means. There is some number of people who think that being objective is about considering many different perspectives and putting a sign of equality or equation between all of them. Suppose a mathematician says 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then someone else comes up, a Marxist, a believer, a philosopher, an artist, and they say, no, 1 plus 1 equals 3, or 1 plus 1 can equal 5. And then some people think that being objective means saying, oh, but okay, the mathematician is right, but this other person is also right, because no. And no, both points of view are equal. They think this means being objective. Or, okay, yeah, supporting Israel, some people support Israel, and it's understandable because Israel is for human rights. We have Palestinians and Arabs living in Israel, LGBT people are free, women are free, etc., etc. And then they're like, well, but Hamas has their own point of view, and we should put a sign of equality between Israel and Gaza, or Israel and the West Bank, or Israel and Palestine, because we want to be inclusive and we want to be objective. Of course, that's not really being objective. It is not really about being objective. Yeah, if you take someone else's perspective and you think that, oh, they might be right, if you look from their own paradigm or perspective, you just can enable criminals in that way. You can say, well, the serial killer can be right if I just judge from his own perspective, yeah? And what do you mean they are right? Based on what values and principles and paradigms you think they are right? You know, there is this famous image of two people standing, and there's the figure 6. One person standing here says it's 6. The other one is looking at the same figure, and the other person says no, it's 9. So the objective is the person who thinks they are objective can be like, well, both are right depending on from whose perspective you look at the drawing. But even in this context, we can implement other ways of thinking. For instance, who drew that figure? How that figure was drawn originally. Yes, if we have one person who comes and draws it, that person who drew it had his own intention, his own perspective, and the way you interpret that drawing is a different thing. Okay, so for instance, Leonardo da Vinci with Mona Lisa, he might say, well, my model for Mona Lisa was this lady. Yeah, and then you can come up and say, oh no, but she resembles my grandma, so Mona Lisa was my grandma. Yeah, well, the creator, if he is honest and he gives us the true facts, then he is right. And your perspective, you're saying that this lady also looks like your grandma, doesn't add any truth to the fact that this Mona Lisa model was a lady from 16th century, let's say. Yeah? And Ayn Rand has this beautiful quote about open mind versus critical mind. So I am leaving you with her quote, and we'll see each other soon. And then in the next video, I will be talking about why accepting reality as real matters, and what happens when we say, no, reality is just a hoax, it's a fate, it's a matrix, I am trapped, there's a different reality.